The manhwa begins by introducing our protagonist, Yankai, a disciple of the High Heaven Pavilion. Due to his mediocre talent in cultivation, he is outcast by his companions. We learn that the High Heaven Pavilion sect is highly competitive and that the strong will always advance over the weak. Due to this, disciples who make it past the tempered body stage in 3 years' time will be accepted into prestigious sects, while those who do not will be exiled or become a trial disciple, and Yankai chose the latter, as he took a cleaning job because he pitifully reached the 3rd stage. Despite this and bullying from his peers, Yankai began to meditate, ignoring the mocking of his companions. The next day arrives and we learn that as a custom of the Heaven High Pavilion, Yankai must accept a challenge to prove his strength. Everybody looks down on Yankai, but he is resilient. Yankai chooses Ju Dingjun, an ordinary disciple of the 5th tempered body stage, and we learn the hierarchy of the sect: trial disciple, ordinary disciples, lower base disciples, elite disciples, and the core disciples who will go on to lead the sect. We then shift to the fighting scene, where our boy is getting his ass whooped. However, he tricks his opponent, only for his body to be too weak to do any significant damage. However, he continues to rise and fight, over and over again using different tactics each time, but getting beaten regardless each time. Eventually, after a long series of getting beaten, he finally passes out from his opponent's attacks. We then learn that challenge records are recorded by a special task force, the Dark Hall, and that Yankai has lost 147 times in a row. Yankai then finds himself in a strange spot under a tree, dragged there by a mysterious person. There he discovers an extremely expensive blood-clotting cream lying next to him, and he promises to repay the mysterious person who saved him. After applying the medicine, Yankai goes to sleep on a strange black rock, which began to emit a faint purple aura. Yankai began to dream about the challenge, as if he had won, before waking up to the strange rock which began to unfold as a grey book. Yankai is surprised to find the book with nothing written on it, wondering its purpose as he examines it. Suddenly golden text appeared on the book saying, "Blood is sighted, the golden body descends, not a miracle, but a golden immortal, proud golden body, rules the fence, indomitable spirit will it descend." Yankai decides to follow the book's instructions and pours a drop of his blood onto the book, which summons a purple vortex. From the purple vortex, a golden skeleton appeared, manifesting the indomitable will and golden body, and entered Yankai's body, trying to take control of it, however it failed. After the abnormal golden skeleton enters Yankai's body, he comments that it seems to have increased his physical capabilities, although his tempered body stage did not change. We learn that the object is a soul stone, an astoundingly powerful treasure formed under the rare conditions that hundreds of millions of ghosts gather in the abyss and combines with human vitality. The book imparts knowledge onto Yankai of the tempered body record, providing a kick technique which required him to practice it facing the sun in the east, meaning it could be trained for 30 minutes a day. Yankai decided to practice the technique, however he realized his body was extremely frail as he was having difficulties with the easiest techniques of the method. Surprisingly, this technique was powerful enough to increase his tempered body stage by 1 within half an hour, proving its insane effectiveness. The practice of the tempered body worked to remove the excess impurities in his bodies, and Yankai was surprised by its insane effectiveness. We learn today is the 8th of the month, the day contribution points are released, but Yankai is disappointed to realize he has lost too many challenges, which deduct 1 point each to gain a considerable amount from his 10 points a month sweeping. Yankai talks to Treasurer Meng and asks how many contribution points he has, only to find out he has only 12, which isn't enough to buy anything. Treasurer Meng, worried about Yankai's safety, asks him to leave the Heaven High Pavilion and return to his place of origin, but Yankai responds that he no longer has one. We then cut to a scene of Yankai buying rice, where he insists on buying 1 sack, but the vendors always find excuses to give him extra free of charge, complaining it was old rice when it was good rice. Suddenly some thugs come in, claiming that uncle he had sold poisoned rice to his brother, claiming his brother had become severely weakened once he consumed the rice. Uncle he offers to help out with the treatment fares, but they state that is not what they want, and Uncle he asks what they want in that case, when a man appears and exclaims, "Hold on there." Yankai suspects that the three are acquainted with each other, as the newly appeared man provides a vague diagnosis that the poison is very severe as his skin is pale. Yankai wonders what they intend to do with this scam, as Uncle he had not offended anyone nor caused trouble towards anyone. The man suddenly strikes the poisoned brother, who dodges the strike in a haste. Yang Kai realizes this is all a ploy to gain reputation for the man as the hero protecting the shop owner, while subtly scripting each and every movement. Yang Kai is determined to make them pay and not to let them reap the rewards of a fake harvest, and calls out that the thieves should be punished and captured to complete the job. The other disciple of the High Heaven Pavilion can do nothing to stop them as Yang Kai and the collective neighbors all gather to whoop the thieves' asses. Yang Kai suggests executing them as a way to pay back for the damage they have caused, but the other disciple continues to refuse, stating that execution is an excessive punishment. Eventually, under the pressure, the two scheming thieves turn their back on Sumu, the disciple, and announce that the entire interaction was scripted in order to win over Uncle I's daughter. Eventually they all flee the scene, and it is revealed Sumu has paid them all 50 silver to act the charade, and Uncle He is worried that Yang Kai would get himself into a lot of trouble by helping them. Yang Kai leaves the store, but he suspects that since Sumu cannot kill him due to sect rules, Sumu will likely challenge him, and Yang Kai decides to train more diligently. Yang Kai begins to practice, but he realizes the technique of the High Heaven Pavilion is much inferior compared to the technique given by the Golden Skeleton. Yang Kai takes a shower and opens the black book in search of other techniques which could be of aid to his cultivation, discovering the first page was the foundation, the second was the cultivating method, and the third page contained a golden incense. We learn that the incense can aid in cultivation, but the herbs he needs, the forbidden grass and three-leaved spirit flower, are not worth much but are quite rare, and he would not have enough points to buy them from the contribution hall. He decides he would go search for it the next day. Yang Kai decides to train during dawn and sweeps the contribution hall in the morning. Surprisingly, Treasurer Meng tosses him a book labeling medical herbs, their effects and where to find them. Yang Kai goes to the Black Wind Mountain to find the herbs he needs and finds a small patch of forbidden grass. However, Yang Kai did not bring enough food and is left hungry. He walks to the campfire and discovers two hunters, Zhongshan and his son. They offer him food and he ends up sleeping in the forest. Yang Kai wakes up early and leaves behind useful herbs as a gift, before returning to train. Upon training that day, Yang Kai notices he has broken through to the tempered body 5th stage, remarking at the effectiveness of the technique for being able to break through within a few days. Yang Kai then goes to collect herbs in the forest, collecting large amounts of herbs and even catching a rabbit. Yang Kai remarked that the depths of the forest are dangerous and he likely would not survive against the wild beasts there. Suddenly, he hears a scream, recognizing it as the voice of the hunter, and he rushes into the forest. He discovers the scream is coming from a cave with a spider web blocking its entrance. Yang Kai enters the cave, and upon entering, he notices the hunter, Zhongshan, wrapped in a cocoon, when Zhongshan requests Yang Kai to save his son. Yang Kai agrees and Zhongshan warns him of the demonic spider beast. When Yang Kai delves deeper into the cave, he sees the demonic spider beast, which is biting the hunter's son, trapped by the spider web. Yang Kai decides to fight the beast and strikes it from the bottom, causing the web to loosen and the hunter's child to be released from it. However, Yang Kai gets trapped by the beast, but since the beast is only in the first realm of demonic beasts, the lowest realm, he is able to escape the demonic spider. Yang Kai comments that the son seems to be poisoned and losing blood rapidly, but he is left with no time to think as the spider attacks him with its web. The demonic spider beast then seals the exit using its webs, and Yang Kai realizes that the demonic spider beast wants to fight with him to the death, and prepares himself to fight. Yang Kai begins to attack and finds an opening in the spider to attack, but he is too slow and the spider counterattacks and pierces his wrists. Regardless, Yang Kai ignores the pain from being pierced by the spider and launches a fist at the spider, targeting its eye, which he realizes is the weak point. Eventually Yang Kai defeats the demonic spider beast and commented that his combat power far exceeded that of a normal tempered body 5th stage, and that he did not feel tired although he was injured. After the fight, Yang Kai remembers the child is heavily wounded and leaves the hunter to tend to the child and states he is going to get something as he goes to the forest. Yang Kai then returns with some herbs which he applies to the child. He states that it should temporarily relieve the symptoms, but the child should still see a doctor or he may die. While on the way out of the cave, Yang Kai notices a patch of 3-leaved remnant spirit flowers, as caves often grow them with their damp and dark environment, and Yang Kai has now obtained both herbs necessary. The scene then cuts to Sumu, who is revealed to be waiting to challenge Yang Kai, as the 5-day period for challenging Yang Kai is now over, and Sumu claims Yang Kai to be his challenger. We learn that Sumu has a very high status in the sect, as he is a member of the Su family, one of the families which has a core disciple, instantly elevating the family's status, and Sumu is able to drive everyone away and claim Yankai using his ranking. However, as Sumu waited, he realized Yankai was not coming, so he went to Yankai's house where he was not found, and asked his followers to burn down his house, to which they rejected as it violated sect rules. However, Sumu expressed his immense hatred for Yankai and went on to attempt to burn his house anyways, but Yankai came back from the cave just in time to stop him. That will be the end.